Hey guys, me again Aswad, and this time I'm going to do this video about why Star Wars failed. And I want to start by saying that I am a Star Wars fan since I was young. I remember watching the movie with my parents. Since then, Star Wars has always been a constant thing in our family discussion about sci-fi. My family love movies, especially my mom. I have this interest in movies from her, and yeah, like I said, Star Wars has always been a constant thing in my life. Now, when I had a stroke in 2015. The first movie I woke up and the first movie I wanted to watch was, I don't know why, but I just wanted to watch Star Wars, the original Episode 4, and the new trilogy with The Force Awakens also. It stopped being I still was watching them, but it stopped being that great. But you know, as I was still having hope, I watched The Force Awakens, trying to like it, and directed by J.J. Abrams, and I discovered that one, either it was I grown up from Star Wars, or B, it was just a bad movie. Because it was a bad movie, and something that I thought, you know, it shouldn't be in a franchise, that Star Wars should fail. But The Rise of the Skywalker, for me, is a failure that brought down the whole, you know, the whole Star Wars. Just, I lost faith in it. There's no more flavor for me to enjoy Star Wars. But you know, you try to complain, you try to have discussion with other people who are fans, and then the studio was saying that we were wrong. Some of the SJW fans saying that, or people who don't like The Last Jedi or The Rise of the Skywalker was misogynist. You started to see the discussion about SJW, LGBTQ. You know, they were trying to put that in the movie, and then you hear about things like a writers group who oversees all the script and plot to include LGBTQ, SJW elements. You know, that became the more important things rather than the storyline. So I became very suspicious, and then, but you cannot discuss this openly, or else they will say you're anti-LGBTQ or anti-SJW. And then, you know, that when you splat that thing on fans like me, who I said earlier, I'm a big fan. When you accuse people who don't like the SJW element of LGBTQ element, they will say, oh, you're misogynist and whatnot. But I was complaining about the weird storylines, the weird takes, and then how the story, you know, in the Rise of the Skywalker, they stopped giving focus on John Boyega or Mary Tran or all this element that they create in The Last Jedi. Suddenly it's a chaotic storylines. I lost my passion for Star Wars. But you can't say it out loud. People will say, oh, you are narrow-minded and whatnot. You are attacking the LGBTQ or SJW. Because, you know, on social media, there's a big thing for the new fans. And so I don't want to argue. So I just gave up on the franchise. When I saw the new Star Wars, you realize Mark Hamill was treated badly because he was saying the right thing. And also you see all this Mary Tran character, and then you see John Boyega's character, Finn, treated very badly. The movie became completely weird things. You know, I stopped being a fan of Star Wars actually. It's like John Boyega speaking out against Star Wars, telling GQ UK how he was treated. Today, which reason I made this video, Daisy Ridley came out and said that that she didn't even know about her characters until the very end.
Have you been keeping Ray's secret from the beginning? Did you know about the parentage? Like, tell me about that journey of when you found out.
No. At the beginning, there was toying with like an Obi-Wan connection, and then it really went. There were like different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. And then it came to episode 9, and JJ pitched me the film and was like, "Oh yeah, Palpatine's granddaddy," and I was like, "Awesome." And then 2 weeks later, he was like, "Oh, we're not sure." So it kept changing. So then even I was filming, and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
So they were changing the storyline. This proof they were changing the storylines right until the very end, to the point that even the actors playing these characters don't even know what's going on. And to me, that is weird, because if you created a storyline and they said they have a writers group, why are they not focusing on the story? It's a trilogy, and they said they plan it all. That's very bad, and that's not how you make a movie. She backed up John Boyega complaint on the social media. Mark Hamill was saying this all along. They did not plan this well. It's such a weird thing to listen. Like, they don't have any plan. They didn't have any, what her characters are, who they don't have any plan. What is the use of the writers group? They say they had a writers group to plan all of these storylines. Now, the weird thing is, they have this story group to add in SJW and LGBTQ element to oversee the script. So the script makes sure adhere to SJW elements, to include social justice elements, and also add in LGBTQ elements. That is why when you see the movie, they had those elements they put up. If you're focusing on that instead of the plot, wow, instead of stories, wow. That is why Star Wars failed. And now it's out in the open that really they didn't have any plan. If you're doing a low budget movie and you say you don't have any plan, you're just making shit up, fine. I understand that Disney and Lucasfilm don't have the budget to focus on story. They must have known. How can you expect them to make a great movie without budget? That to me why a lot of people left the Star Wars thing. All of this SJW element and LGBTQ element is here, plot here, characters zero. That's very bad. To hear Daisy say this thing is very eye-opener. At least she did this. It helps back up John Boyega's complaint about this movie, about this franchise, and then also back up, of course, Mark Hamill's. Mark, who played Luke Skywalker character all these years, he said it first, and nobody else want to back him up. I think he was just going at it solo. And then you see Kelly Marie Tran, her character was pushed aside. John Boyega's character was pushed aside in the movie, in the Rise of the Skywalker, because they never had any plans for those characters. If they don't have plans for Daisy Ridley right until the end, of course they don't have any plans for the minor characters. It's so bad. And this is why I think the franchise died. I don't watch The Mandalorian. I don't watch TV a lot. I want to watch movies, and I just want to make this video as the sun sets, just to symbolize that this movie really spoiled the whole thing. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.